Hey everybody, welcome. It is Jenna's Picks Live on a Thursday. Hello, hello, hello. Sorry, a few minutes late. I'm still troubleshooting the internet situation down here, and I can never remember. We have, I think, like seven different Wi-Fi um, uh, like names or networks in the house. So I'm always like, which one's going to work today? Which one's going to work down here? And I always forget we changed it down here. So anyway, hello, welcome. I am on the correct Wi-Fi now, and I am here to hang out with you guys for tonight. So if you are new here, welcome. My name is Jenna. This is Jenna's Picks Live on a Thursday where we talk about everything fashion, lifestyle, kids, family, summer break, back to school, what's new with the trends, new brands that I'm loving, all that kind of stuff. That's what we're going to be doing today. So basically anything goes. And I love this live platform because you guys get to write in your questions, comments. We get to kind of chat, have some girl time, and then of course try on fun fashion too. So that is kind of what this show is about. So if you are interested, give it a like and subscribe, follow along. I am live every other Thursday at 8:30, usually around 8:40 because I can't get my S together until then. But anyway, yeah, let me just make sure this is working. All right, there we go. So hello. Wow, what a rush to get here. It's just going and going and going and going with bedtime. So I changed, I used to do lives at 9 o'clock, but then your girl likes to talk and it was getting so late that like we were live almost till 11 o'clock at night. And I know it's a lot, so I made every attempt to move it to 8:30. But my kids, we do like start bedtime routine at 7:30, and I don't obviously get finished until like a quarter after 8. So I'm always like rushing, rushing, rushing. So anyway, I feel like not too bad. 8:39 was like cool 9 minutes late. I did have an issue where I totally, it was my own fault, but I totally put my, what's the expression, like you put your foot in your mouth? And like I knew as soon as the words left my tongue, I immediately regretted it today. I'm like trying so hard to get everybody to bed and like do, in a timely manner, but not feel like they're being rushed, right? Because the whole reason why I do these lives at night and why I work at night is so that I'm available to my children during the day, right? So I don't want them to always be like, mommy has to work, mommy has to work. Today was a little bit different because we have not had, I don't know if you guys saw my Instagram story today, but we have not had camps this week really because like camp ended last week and then school starts next week. So I wanted to give them like some downtime and, be able to relax a little bit, watch the screens, do all that kind of stuff, spend time with me mostly because the complaint I get all the time is we don't have enough time with mom. We don't have enough time with mom. Every time I'm putting them to bed, that's the main complaint that I hear from both of them. And it's like, my time on earth is for you. Like my purpose in life is for you. I am here to serve you. I am your mother. So I've created this life, or Greg and I have created this life so that I am available to them whenever they need us. And all they say is, we don't have enough time. Cooper, I didn't get enough time with you today. Meanwhile, as soon as he gets home, he's like on, Nintendo Switch like this. So anyway, and so I purposely made this week like kind of free for them so that we can have as much time together. We can do some fun stuff that maybe we couldn't do during like a camp day or a school day. And it's been like, this is the most time that I've had by myself in days, in like a week, because I just have somebody attached to me at all times. I'm not complaining about it. It's just very overstimulating. And it's like, from sun up to sundown, literally. So, let's see. Hello, ladies. So yeah, I don't remember where I was going with that. Oh, so I put my foot in my mouth today at bedtime. So I'm like, I want them to feel like this is a very like slow week. We can do whatever we want. Meanwhile, in my mind, I'm like, I have to get ready for the live. I have to shoot this. I got this new T-shirt in yesterday, and I'm like, I have to shoot it. I have to get on the live. I have to do all this stuff. Like, but for them, I'm like calm and collected. And Juliet has been asking for a book light to read books in bed. Cooper had one and she didn't have one, so I ordered one for both of them. But I wanted ones that had like an auto off timer. That way they're not like sleeping with a light on in their bed all night. I don't, something about it just like freaks me out. So I got these book lights for them that have a 30 and 60-minute auto timer. So when I'm showing them how to do it, I said, like, you know, you have to hold the power, you have to press the power button in, and then you have to hold it in again till a little green light comes on. You have to do that every time you put the book light on. That way the timer comes on and it will go off after 30 minutes. If you need more time, you just do the same thing again. And the questions, why? Why do I have to do that? Why do I have to do that? Why do I have to do that? As soon as I said it, I immediately regretted it because I'm like trying to get them into bed. I'm like, we're late, like get into bed, get into bed, get into bed. And I was like, you need the timer on so that you don't fall asleep with the light on and then you like get burned in your bed and a fire starts. Well, definitely should not have said that the light was going to explode and there was going to be a fire in her bed because she's crying. She doesn't want to use the book light anymore. She's scared to go to sleep. Cooper doesn't want to be alone. And I was literally like, I can't handle this right now. I have a show in 20 minutes. Like, get into bed, as Samuel L. Jackson said in his children's book, go to sleep. Like, I was like, no, there's not going to be a fire. God forbid. There's not going to be any fire. But this is the safest booklet you can have because it has the auto off timer. And she was like, I want the other book light. And I was like, no, the other book light doesn't have a timer, which is why I got you new book lights that have a timer, so you don't have to worry about it. It's safe. She was so scared of this freaking book light. And it was, damn, you explaining it has me overstimulated. I know, honestly, I feel you. I was overstimulating myself. As soon as I said it, I was like, can we just press pause on life right now? Because I need a minute to like, can we just rewind and I'll just like edit that out of my life right now? Because then I just had to put out, no pun intended, literal fires everywhere. Nobody wants to use the book light. Everybody's scared of it. She went to sleep crying. I like peeked into her room after I left Cooper's room and she's sound asleep. Like she literally, like she was up to here with anxiety that she just went to sleep after the whole thing. It was diabolical. So yeah, note to self, don't do that when you're on a time schedule. And you know what Greg always says to me is when you're rushing them, like when you have to get out the door and you're rushing them and you're like, put your shoes on, put your shoes on, put your shoes on, they go slower because they get overstimulated and it causes them to have anxiety. And even if you're running late, it's so much better to just talk calmly, get on their level, talk slower. And, you know, I got to take my own advice on that because it does not work. You know, when you're trying to rush them, they go slower. It just always happens. Thank you so much, Justin. Yes, good job on the safety measures. I feel like a book light should have an auto timer. Why? Like if you have a book light, that means the lights are off and you're reading in bed, probably to try to get tired and go to sleep, right? So like, why wouldn't a book light have an auto shut off? I don't understand. So like my 6-year-old has a book light in his bed and he's falling asleep and the light is on in his bed. So then it's on me to have to go in there and like make sure that the light is off. Do you know how much anxiety that gives me? So I'm like, auto timer, great. And now my children are scared that their beds are going to blow up. So you can't win. As a parent, you can't win. The mom guilt up to here all the time. So anyway, that's my funny story for this bedtime situation that I had right before I came down here to do this live. But that's parenting, right? And now we're back to school next week. So if you guys have kids, let me know. Are you back to school yet? I talked to my sister-in-law on Tuesday. And they've been back to school for like almost a month already. They live in Florida. So we're getting there. Like I said, this week we've kind of just been trying to keep it low key and spend time with, or I've been trying to, you know, spend time with the kids and that kind of thing. So yeah, he jumped into bed with you before you even opened your eyes. What do you mean he didn't get enough time with you? He ends the day the way he starts it. I know, Cooper, both my kids are like stage 5 clingers, but Cooper is in my bed in the morning, like 5:45, he's coming into my bed. this kid gets so much time with me, and I spend like, you would think that I was neglecting my children. Like I said, my whole purpose in this life is for them. So they have a way of making you really like feel guilty about everything. And I know a therapist would be like, well, people can't make you feel anything. But Cooper, literally in the car, was it yesterday or 2 days ago, told me that he was not, Mom, you're going to love this one. He told me that he wasn't very happy because I didn't come into his classroom for mystery reader last year. Hold the phone. Not only did I come in for mystery reader, and Greg came in for mystery reader, but I volunteered for every single class event that he had last year, except for 2 of them. 1, because I had an appointment that I couldn't move, and 2, because we were on vacation and he wasn't even there. So I am like fuming in the front seat. I'm trying not to lose my cool. And I'm like, really? I didn't come into your classroom enough last year? And I'm like, the smoke is coming out of my ears. And I was like, Cooper, his teacher was like, I think you guys probably remember me talking about his teacher throughout the lives last year. His teacher was wonderful, was like really above and beyond, but so above and beyond that they had parent involvement for like everything. And I mean, I was in the classroom once a month for him at least. And I was so happy to do it. And so I'm like, Cooper, I was at every volunteer position that I could be at your classroom. He was like, no, you missed one. And I was like, we were on vacation. You missed it too. And he was like, you missed another one. And I was like, Cooper. And then I am going to like going down the list of the kids in his class, because it literally broke my heart when he was in class. And I won't use any real kids' names, but like, let's say a girl whose name was Anne. She would literally, like, these kids would come up to me. They know me as Cooper's mom, and we'd be doing events, and she'd be like, I wish my mom was here. And I'm like, oh, where's your mom? And she's like, my mom works. She can't come. And like, I would hear these stories and they'd break my heart. And, you know, that's why if you are a stay-at-home mom, it's so important to do the volunteer events so that the kids see that, you know, parental interaction. But it would break my heart when I would hear these stories. So I was like, Cooper, and again, I'm going to use fake names. I was like, how many times did Anne's mom come in for volunteering? And he was like, oh, I don't remember. And I'm like, well, I can tell you, she didn't come in at all because she works during the day. Lots of parents have to work during the day. And I'm like, how many times did Jason's mom come in? And he was like, I don't remember. I was like, well, I do. 0 times, because she also works during the day. I mean, I went in on him, and I wasn't getting mad. I was just asking the question and explaining to him that like I was there all the time. And it just like, I think I posted something on Instagram the other day where I was like, it makes me emotional when people tell me I'm a good mom, because I like pour my heart into the whole thing, and it's so true. So when my own kid tells me that I'm not doing enough, like dagger to the heart, when like I said, I don't know how much more I could be doing. Like I physically can't do more than I'm already doing. And so it just is what it is. But, you know, as they say, from the mouths of the babes, because I know it's not true, and I have to like, you know, think Greg's like, Jenna, come on. Like you know that's not true. There wasn't a thing that you could have done in the classroom that you didn't do. So, but when you hear it from them, it's like you have to remind them. And then Greg was like, Cooper, can you be a little bit nicer to mom? Because I really like it like ruined my whole day, but I didn't want him to see me that upset. But of course I had to show him that you know, it hurt my feelings what he was saying, but you know, it was so funny. Anyway, whoa, I thought that was Demi Moore. Hello. I know I do get that a lot. If you tune into these lives enough, you will see enough new people coming on saying that. Well, welcome. I know that you're a new person. So welcome. Glad that you're here. And yes, I do tend to look like Demi Moore, and people do tell me that all the time. So thank you very much for that. I take that as a compliment. Therapists are agents of, they just tell you what feelings get what reaction. Seems like you're doing well. Oh, thank you so much. Yes, kids raising kids for sure. I don't know, like when you raise kids, you then realize like you end up giving your parents a lot more slack, I think, because you're like, oh, wait, they really didn't know what they were doing. And like, they still don't know what they're doing because I still don't know what I'm doing. And we're all just figuring it out life together. And I love discussing things like this on the live because it resonates with so many people. And I think we can all relate to some aspect of that, even if you don't have kids, or even if your kids are grown, because we're all just like figuring out what's happening all at the same time. Sorry to tell you, it doesn't matter how much you do for them as adults, they will only remember how they felt at that age, and it's never enough. I know it is never enough, but you just have to do your best, and you have to do as much as you can. And I did tell Cooper, I'm like, well, now Juliet's in school too, so I am going to have to split my volunteering time probably with her class too. So get used to it. But anyway, that's the way of the world, right? Anyway, you guys, welcome to Jenna's Picks. If you were just tuning in, you probably should go back and watch the replay so you can hear my horror story of bedtime today, scaring the crap out of my kids about a freaking book light. Anyway, we are going to be talking about my favorite brands right now. So I was like, should I do a live tonight? Because like I said, this week I've been so focused on the kids that I really wanted to put my effort into that. And I was like, maybe I won't do a live this week, but I really felt like I needed my adult connection after spending, all of my days with a almost 7 and a 5-year-old. I really just needed to talk to some adults tonight. So no offense to Greg, but you guys know he goes to sleep super early. So very happy to be here with you. And we're just going to talk about some brands that I'm loving, stuff that I've gotten. I got my Maidwell bag. It came yesterday and I literally have not seen it. I just took it out of the box right before I came down here for the live. So we're going to look at it together. I wonder if you guys can guess which color I got. Most of you said that I should get the brown. I was between the brown and the blue. And I bought some scarves to put on it so we can test out, because I really am loving this accessory situation. So I have that to show you. We're going to talk about a new jean brand that I have. They sent me some jeans to try on, to tell them how I like them. I'm telling you guys about them. And then about this new brand that I have, maybe not new for some of you, but I've never, really heard of them before this year. So I'm really excited about that. Plus a new Jenna's Picks new arrival, which is the tee that I'm wearing right now. So again, if you are new to Jenna's Picks, welcome. My name is Jenna. This is my show. It's every other Thursday at 8:30, and you can shop anything that's my item, like this t-shirt. You can shop on JENA'S.com. It's free shipping, $60 and over. And then anything else that I have, you can also get to from the link on the YouTube description. You can also see it on my Shop My Like to Know It. You can get there from the website. I'll show you. And those are my picks of things that I like on Amazon, on Maidwell, different brands like Buck Mason that I'm going to show you. Things that aren't things that I saw on my website, but are my picks that I love and want to share with you guys. So that's kind of what the show is about. So again, hit like and subscribe and join me here every other Thursday. And then I'm going to show you guys how to shop on the website. Hi, Effie. You might need a refresher on how to shop on the website because I have not seen you on a live in ages. So welcome back. I know summer is always a little bit hard because everyone, does their own thing and is on vacation and all that stuff. And I mean, I was too. So we took some time off, we recouped, and now we are back for some lives. So this is how you shop. My website, JENA'Spicks.com, will bring you to this opening page. You can scroll down, shop by category. You can see the last 4 lives in succession over here. And then you can shop, like I said, all of my links right here, which will bring you to things that aren't my personal items that I'm selling, but things that I love are there. And then if you go up here to the Jenna's Picks live tab, you can see the things that I'm going to talk about on the live tonight. I'm really only going to talk about this staple tee, but I put some summer favorites up here as well. So this is the t-shirt we're going to talk about tonight, and then some special featured items, stuff that I love from other places, and you can shop my picks right here. You can see the live replays again down here as well. So if you click this shop my picks here, it will bring you to my Like to Know It page, where you could shop my favorite Maidwell products. The bag that I'm going to be talking about is right here. And then if you go down on the home page to my shops over here, the Shop My Closet, is going to bring you to the stuff, again, that I talk about. You can see as seen on live, stuff that you guys have asked me about, my lipstick, my nails, all that kind of stuff. The jeans that I'm going to talk about, the tops that I'm going to talk about, you can see everything there that I have mentioned, my favorite underwear, stuff like that. That's all there on as seen on live. But then you can see Buck Mason, Juliet's school outfits, the Nordstrom sale, Aritzia, shoes, Target, all that stuff. All of those things that can be found there. So very easy to shop and see the things that I like. Okay, so do I model at all looking like professional pictures? Yes, so I am a SAG-AFTRA actor by trade, and then I have been modeling pretty much as long as I've been professionally acting. It kind of goes hand in hand. You do commercials, you end up doing like commercial print and modeling in that way. And then I kind of fell into the fashion world, and it kind of coincided with the rise of social media influencing at the same time. So I've been doing live fashion shows for 7 or 8 years at this point. And yeah, I basically have been doing this for a long time. I don't want to age myself, but yeah, pretty much professionally, I've been doing it probably for about 15 years. And the pictures, yeah, are professional quality because I'm a professional model. And yeah, so I love doing this. I love modeling. I love picking out clothes and seeing what the new trends are and stuff like that. And because it sounds like you haven't been here before, I will just mention that I was not always into fashion. It was not my thing. I kind of just fell into it because of the modeling world, and I was never a fashion model, but more of like a commercial model. And then I just really took to, like, I always thought fashion was something that like I wasn't interested in because I didn't understand it, and I like to be comfortable, and that seemed to not make sense with trend, like stuff being trendy and like looking good means that it didn't have to be, like, couldn't be comfortable. And so like I just didn't like the whole thing. And then once I realized, after doing lots of like commercial print modeling and like commercial fashion modeling, I realized that it's not that hard, and you can be comfortable and you can still be trendy. And so I gained a little more confidence with being able to pick out things that I like and put together things. And I love this show because it actually helps me. You'll see as the months go on, when I'm like, okay, I'm not sure what I'm going to wear for this date night, and I try it on for you guys. I get your feedback, and it really helps me to gain confidence and be able to wear things that I wouldn't normally wear together, because I'm the person who buys something because I love the way it looks on the mannequin or on the model on the picture, and that is how I will wear it, and that's it. And I know that's a lot of you guys. But this show is all about taking that and then showing you how else you can wear it, and different ways you can wear it, and how you can style it. And this show actually gives me the confidence to be able to do that, because I wouldn't necessarily have the time to do that in real life with like my kids and running the house and everything. So this really gives me some time to play around with it. And then I end up loving what I did and recreating it for a date night. And then you guys recreate it too. So it's a win-win all around, but you guys help me really just as much as I help you. So I do appreciate you for that. This is Taco behind me. I don't know if you guys can see him. He's there rolling around on the new studio carpet.
Hello, fat belly.
He is the JENA'S Pigs mascot. Since we have some new people, I feel like I have to introduce him. Queso will be around here too. I have a Taco and a Queso. And this is the new studio, still working on the acoustic situation, so you can still hear a little bit of an echo in here. So sorry about that. But the new floor, the new rug, and yeah, we are getting into the new studio, which I love. So today I gave the JENA'S Pigs bags as gifts, and they were all well received. The girls were so happy and loved them. I love hearing that. Thank you. Yes, a lot of people have bought the beach bags as like back to school gifts or thank you gifts for teachers or doctors or all that kind of stuff. So that was really cool that a lot of people have purchased bags like that. I thought you named your tree Taco. No, just my cat. The olive tree stays, but my cat is Taco. You can see his feet right over there. He is 17 pounds, and then Queso is quite literally half his size at 16 pounds. Anyway, okay, so we're going to start the show because we're already a half an hour into it, and I haven't even talked about one thing that I wanted to talk about. These were supposed to be shorter shows, Jenna. Hello. All right, so I'm gonna get started and we're gonna talk about my full outfit because like I said, this is a brand new jean company that I'm trying for the first time. I put them on for the first time today, filmed some content for you guys, and I wanna give you my feedback on them. So we're gonna talk about that and then we're gonna talk about the top that I'm wearing with it. So we'll talk about that first since I can show you on the screen share that this is from, this is a Jenna's Picks new arrival. So, hello, go back, JENA'S.com. And here we are, the simple staple tee. So this one comes extra small to large, and I'm wearing the beige color, and it comes in white and black. You can see a description, features, material, on every item that I sell. I always put the size that I am wearing and the color if needed, and what my sizes are and my stats are, so that you can kind of figure out how it would look on you. And then I have all the measurements down here as well. A couple of pictures so you can see the details, but we're going to talk about that. So as you probably saw here on the material and care, this tee is cotton spandex blend. So it is that like boxy, it gives that like classic boxy tee feel, but it is stretchy, which we all love. So I do love a good 100% cotton tee, and there's a time and a place for that. But I also love tees that are stretchy, and it just is something you guys know. I love things that are stretchy. I don't like wearing things that are too tight. So I really do love this. Jenna with 2 kids in school, I think it's time for baby number 3. Okay, are we going there right now on this live, Effie? You haven't been here for a while, and you're going to start with that banger on this live today. We're not addressing that right now. All right, so this is the t-shirt, and I love this length, especially because I don't have a pregnant belly right now. I'm gonna back up and try not to hit Taco over here. All right, so this is the length of the tee. It is a boxy, like shorter length, but not cropped. It comes right sort of like up to the belly button. It has some vents on the side here. I love the seam lays flat. And of course, it's that higher like crew neck tee, which is all the rage right now. I know that I have typically been a V-neck girl in the past, but I do have to say V-necks, you can wear them. They are very flattering, especially on a larger chest. You guys know I've always been a proponent for V-necks. However, they're really just not the trendy t-shirt to wear right now. The crew neck is the trendy t-shirt to wear. So what I would say is make sure you get a tee that's a little bit more relaxed. It's a little bit more forgiving on the chest, and that is what I would go with as far as t-shirts go. Speaking of, I got the small in this one, and I do like the fit. It's comfortable. It's like an everyday t-shirt, but to get that like more relaxed fit that is very trendy right now, I did also order this in a medium. It's not here yet, obviously, because I got this one yesterday, and then I was like, oh, I kind of wish I got the medium. So I'm going to try that on, and I'll take some pictures, and we can talk about the difference in sizing there. What I do love is that there is stretch in this, so it doesn't feel too small. It doesn't look too small, but in order to get that like boxy, relaxed fit t-shirt, there's a time and a place for both of them. I do like a good classic tee, and again, when something is too big, it could tend to look messy, so you do have to make sure that you're styling it properly. Like, you don't want to wear big jeans or relaxed jeans with a relaxed t-shirt. Then it just looks too sloppy, too messy, and you end up making yourself look bigger, which I feel like I don't know anybody who would want to make themselves look bigger in clothes. So I do think that this t-shirt is true to size. If you want it to be a little bit more on the relaxed, boxier side fit, then I would say size up 1. But in general, I would say small 2 to 4. Hello, medium 6 to 8, large 10 to 12, or sorry, extra small 0 to 2, small 2 to 4, medium 6 to 8, and large 10 to 12 on this one. Yes, I really do like that they have the vents over here, and then I do really like the lay flat seam. So this is the beige color. It's a light beige. It's great for my deep autumn color palette. But I will say that it just is a really nice, like, everyday color. It's not stark white. And then, of course, if you want that, it does come in white and black as well. So that is the t-shirt. And again, Taco. So that is the t-shirt. And then, again, to grab this t-shirt, it is called the Simple Staple Tee. And I'm wearing the size small. I'm wearing the beige. And then you add it to your cart. Simple, simple. And then, yeah, Taco. he's like, the problem is these cats don't, well, I mean, Taco is a stage 5 clinger, just like my kids, but Queso will not come out from wherever he hides until all the kids go to sleep. And so when I like run down here to do my live, they're like, wait a minute, this is our time to get pet and our time to be with mom. So he's literally he's sitting here reclaiming his time, essentially, is what's happening. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about the jeans. So I'm excited to tell you guys about a new brand. So, Taco, can I tell them? Okay. All right, so this new brand is called Oliver Logan. And I had never heard of them before they reached out to me and they were like, listen, I know we see what you're about on Instagram. I see the content that you put out about, effortless chic, being a mom, running around, being like involved with your kids. And we think this is the perfect jean for your everyday lifestyle. So they sent it to me, and I have to say they were right. I've worn them all day. I've been sitting on the floor building Legos. I've been on my knees putting shoes and sneakers on my kids. I've been cleaning up the playroom. I cooked a whole meal before we went up for bedtime, and the pants held up. I wore them all day today. So I really do like these. They have a bunch of different styles. I got the Ludlow Relaxed style in the dark vintage wash. Please do not put your claws on this. So this, I know a lot of you guys love a mid-rise fit. So this one comes right underneath the belly button. It is a true mid-rise. You guys know how I feel. I usually want everything as high-waisted as possible. I'm trying to be better about that, and I'm trying to buy my jeans mostly in a like mid to high rise. Can you stop? Like, just stop. I get it. You're here. So I usually like things in a mid to high rise. This one, when I put it on, I was like, ooh, it's below. If it came up to the belly button, I would be fine. Coming below the belly button is something that I have to get used to. So this is definitely a true mid-rise. So if anybody is looking for that, that is definitely, I know we've always had this war of like there's definitely people in the camp of I only wear mid-rise, and then definitely people in the camp of like I only wear high-rise. And then I think we can all come together and agree that nobody wants to wear low-rise anymore. So this is the true mid-rise. So you see it comes right underneath the belly button. And I have to say, I've worn them all day, and because they're a relaxed fit, I'm wearing it with like a nice baggy t-shirt. I don't feel like I have to keep pulling them up, which is really nice. It does have a button fly, which I always think is like really chic. I do love a good button fly. And then I like where it hits on the ankle. So these are a comfort stretch. They are petite friendly, and I believe they are also plus size friendly too. So, and they have tall versions, petite versions. They kind of have everything. I'll show you guys the website after. But I do love the fit of them. I got my normal size, which is a size 26. I do think that they are exactly what they say, more of a relaxed jean. I don't think I would have gotten the 25 just because you won't get that like relaxed feel from them. So they're definitely on the casual side. I wouldn't wear these like necessarily for a date night unless you're wearing, like a really tight top. I think you could do something in that realm. You guys know if you're wearing a tight top, you wear a little bit looser pants. Like that's kind of always my vibe. But I do think these are definitely more of like a relaxed, everyday, casual, trendy, comfortable, casual fit, which you guys know I am all about. And I really do love the dark vintage wash. So I'm going to show you. I might be able to get a code for Oliver Logan. I reached out to them because I got the jeans, and then I was planning on putting them on the live, and then I was like, oh shoot, I never asked them for a code. So if you're interested in buying them, I reached out to them. They haven't responded yet, so I'm hoping that they'll respond tomorrow, and I'll be able to share that on Instagram. So make sure you're following me on Instagram at Jenafin, JENAFINN. Basically, all I do besides hanging out with my kids is responding to you guys and talking to you guys on Instagram DMs. So don't be afraid to DM me. I love talking to you guys over DM. All right, so actually, if you go to, hello, down to my shops here, like I showed you guys before, go to the As Seen on Live. The Oliver Logan jeans are right here. So this is what the website looks like. They have a ton of different jeans. I would love to have my seat back, but Taco's on it, so I'll just stay right here. So they have a bunch of different styles. Oh, hello. Slim Straight, which I almost got, but I did like the look of the relaxed ones. So I have these Ludlow Relaxed, mid-rise, and then they come in a bunch of different colors, a bunch of different sizes, and you can see all the different product details and everything here as well. Easy returns and exchanges. If, you know, I know sometimes it takes a while to get your true size or get like your correct size, but that's why I do these lives, so that you can feel more confident being able to shop, because you can see it on me. I know you guys know what my true size is. If you've watched these shows for 1 year, 8 years, then you guys probably know my body better than I know it. So you can kind of visualize what it looks like on you once you see it on me, and we talk about sizing and all that stuff. So my normal size is a 26. That's what these are. They're definitely on like the relaxed comfort stretch side. There's definitely stretch in this. I can do my low squats in it if I need to. I can do some high kicks. I can clean up Legos while I'm wearing them, bend down to tie shoes. Speaking of tying shoes, all of you guys who have children and have older children than me, on a scale of 1 to 10, how frustrating is it to teach kids how to tie shoes? Just throwing it out there, because I will go out on a limb and say that I would rather potty train both of my children again than teach them how to tie shoes. This was like one goal that I had for the end of the summer, was teaching my kids how to tie shoes. I was like, almost 7 and 5, we can do it. Like, my daughter crochets. She can learn how to tie a freaking shoe. Well, I was wrong about that, because we all ended up crying on the floor. It's a little bit of an exaggeration. Cooper wasn't crying. He was very frustrated and he ended up walking away. Juliet was crying. I was really trying to hold my S together. It was very frustrating. I really thought, I was like, I have this in the bag. I was so excited about it. I gave everybody a sneaker. I was ready. And it literally went to hell in a handbasket. And like I said, I would rather potty train my kids again. Like, I wrote to my friend, like my group chat, and I was like, what is this? I was not expecting this. I don't know what's going on. I can't do it. My kids are going to college with Velcro sneakers is what's happening, because there's no way. Like, I'm not doing, like, sign somebody else up. I'm revoking my right to teach my kids how to tie their shoes, because it ain't working. Oh my God, it was very, try teaching with 2 loops. Yeah, I tried that. It didn't work. We barely got past the first part, when you just like put it over and like tighten it. That was a headache. Then we tried to move on to step 2, and it just went to, yeah, it was, I closed the chapter of that book for now. So yeah, if anybody else wants to volunteer, Robin's not on, but she wants to see my kids so badly, maybe I'll make her. I was like, great, we're not in camp this week. We're going to do all this stuff. We're going to bake, and we're going to visit an animal shelter, and we're going to ride scooters, and we're going to do shoe tying. And like, literally I got just my knees pulled out from under me, as they say. It was terrible. But anyway, so these are the jeans. Mom friendly and really comfortable. Lots of room in here. Comfort stretch, baggy, petite friendly. I think plus size friendly as well. I'm wearing the Ludlow Relaxed. I'm going to try to get a code for you guys. I don't know if they will give it to me, but I hope so, because they want me to promote them. So fingers crossed. But yeah, so that is what we are doing. Phyllis, can I ask you a strange question? You can ask me whatever questions you want. I probably won't answer every question that's asked, depending on what it is, but you can certainly ask it if you want to. All right, Taco, I need my seat back, please. Thank you. Okay, so let's move on to showing you guys the Maidwell bag, because it's that time. So like I said, I just got this in, haven't even taken it out of the plastic yet. Spoiler alert, I got the blue. I'm a little bit nervous because most of you guys told me to get the brown, but I did just have my everyday bag as a brown bag for a whole year, so it's It's refreshing for me to get the blue. It's so cute, guys. Okay, so this is so cute. Okay, so this is the Maidwell bag I got on the sale. What did you guys get on the sale? Let me know if you got anything, whether I showed it to you or not. I would love to know what you got there. I love this. First of all, the thing that I love about it is how big the strap is, because I love wearing something on the shoulder, but I'm like really not into a crossbody bag right now, which is what the bag that I've been using every day is. It's just easy to throw it on, but I just don't like, I'm not into the look now. I want a little bit more of like a classy bag. This one is so cute. Okay, so I did get the blue one. Let's check it out. I don't even know how this opens because I just saw it in the store and was like, I think I need to get this bag. So I didn't even like look at it more than that, but oh, I didn't even realize. So it has a magnet here and then a bunch of stuffing in here. I'm gonna regret putting that on the floor because Taco's just gonna go ham on that. There's a little pocket in the inside. Oh, I just love this. How precious. I love it. Okay, and so what I bought to go with it is, you guys know I was like really excited about all the accessories and how they set up the store when I went into the Maidwell shop. It was like all of the displays were like so cute with the mixing and matching of accessories on the bag. And I know it all started with like the Labubu's, which we're not talking about Labubu's here. And then it went into bag charms and all that kind of stuff, which I wasn't into either. My whole thing is I like nice things, but also like I'm always in a rush. So I'm not the person who's going to be like, I'm going to put my bag charm on today. Like if I get dressed during the day, if I put mascara on during the day, it's a win because of like how little time there is. So I'm not one that's going to be like overthinking my bag too much. However, I was like, what if I just got a cute scarf and I just kept it on the bag the whole time? Like then I don't have to take it off and it's just cute. And once you get your color palette done, I can have more confidence because I know that everything that I wear is going to match the scarf. It doesn't matter if it's the same color, it's all within the same color palette. You guys have heard me talk about this a million times. So I felt really confident to just grab a couple of scarves. I made sure they were in my palette using the Color Match app, obviously, that my color analyst created. And then I got the blue bag, which is also in my palette. So let's try it out and see. I literally forgot what these scarves are that I ordered. I wanted to get the green one, if you remember me telling you about that, but then the Color Match said it was not in my palette. I thought it was. All right, so I got two, not to wear at the same time. But this one, oh, this is so cute. Look at this. Looks just like it does on the website. I actually thought it was going to be opaque, but it is a little bit more see-through, which is nice. So it's like red, floral, and navy. And then Greg's up there in the ice machine. Okay, there we go. He has been sick all week, so he's probably refilling his water bottle. All right, so I'm not sure like how you would necessarily fold this, but I'm just gonna give it a go just to like see how it looks. I'll have to research something on how to fold it, but I also got it because it has navy blue in it. I mean, this is cute. What is this? It comes with a tie. Why would I need to use the tie? Anybody know why I would need to use this? I don't know, I'm not sure. Anyway, let's take this off. Can I rip it? Ow, no, I can't rip that. Okay, well, let's just pretend that's not there. Stick it on the inside. How cute does this look? Guys, I am so excited about this. Of course, it's like sticking right out. Turn it around. Okay, I love the way this looks. It just gives like a little cute accessory because look at this outfit. So I have a dark wash jean, which obviously dark wash in my color palette, the beige t-shirt, also color palette, and then the blue bag, and then of course this scarf matches because all the colors are in my palette. This is so cute. I'm obsessed. Okay, I definitely am happy that I got the blue one. I think it's so cute. gives a little bit of an extra something. It feels refreshing to me because, like I said, I've been using a brown one for so long, so I feel like this is going to be nice to have for the fall. I just love this so much. So, all right, this is the first one. You can see the, just wait for that. You can see the blue colors in there with the red. I heard you in the ice machine up there. And then we have that. And then, because so many of you guys wanted me to get brown, I also got this brown and beige one that I thought would look really cute as well. So let's put this one on. Guys, I'm obsessed with this scarf situation. I did not think that I was gonna love it as much as I do. It's so cute. I tied this like an idiot, but it's so cute. I love it. It just gives it something, it gives it a little bit of charm, right? Like it adds a little bit, because you guys know me in my day-to-day life. Of course, sometimes I get dressed up and I look really trendy and then I take a picture to show all of you guys the outfits that I put together. But a lot of the time I'm wearing jeans and a t-shirt. So to zhuzh up an accessory, this is so cute. I love it. So again, the bag is up on Maidwell. You guys can find it there on all of my pics on my shops. And then I have the scarves linked there as well. This is so cute. I love it. I'm so glad I got the blue. So refreshing. And I love the way it looks with just jeans and a t-shirt. Like, I feel more put together, trendy, comfortable, casual. I'm not wearing the crossbody bag. I was done with it. I wanted to get rid of it. And I just think this is so cute. And so, like, classy, classic mom. What do you guys think? Okay, so I really like that. All right, so love, love, love the blue one. I would have guessed red. I know I love it too. All right, so that's pretty much it. I was going to talk about Buck Mason. I think I'll probably save that for another live so I can actually try on the clothes. I'll give you a sneak peek. I have been getting like heavily advertised for Buck Mason on Instagram, and I was like, I think I really love this t-shirt. I was telling Greg this summer, and I talked to you guys about the pair of shorts that I got this summer. And they opened up a store in Boston in the Prudential Center. So I went with Greg when we had like our Boston shopping date. He got so much stuff. I mean, the stuff is really, really designer quality. The stores are set up beautifully. The stuff is insane. I am obsessed. You really can't tell how great the quality is just with me holding it on a hanger, but I will do a try on for you guys because the stuff is insane. But anyway, since this live was titled New Brands That I'm Loving, I have to tell you about 1, Oliver Logan, 2, Buck Mason, and then show you my new arrival, my Maidwell bag, and that was pretty much it. So that was the live. Have you seen the scarf on the waist trend? Yeah, you know, Effie, I have seen the scarf on the waist, and I'm like, are these like the biggest scarves in the world? Like, I remember when I was in college, and this one girl who was so skinny was wearing a bandana around her chest, and I was like, could never be me. Like, I don't, how do you fit a bandana around you? So yeah, I have seen the scarf on the waist. I feel like, how do we do this? It has to be a bigger scarf than this. I mean, this looks, I guess I could do it up on my natural waist, but I mean, I'm kind of a smaller person, and this like barely fits. This looks ridiculous. But anyway, yes, I have seen the trend. I don't understand it. I think it's cute with like a blouse and a skirt. It's not really my vibe, but yes, it is definitely super trendy in Europe for sure. And I do like it. I have an off-white satin skirt that I've never worn. This is going to be year 3 probably of me never wearing it because I just don't know. You're coming to me for like fashion advice, but like I just don't know how to wear this. Like, I've seen so many people wear them and they look cute, and whenever I put it on, I look like I'm cosplaying as like, I don't know, a Mad Men character. Like, it just doesn't vibe. But I do think the scarf around the waist with a satin skirt and a blouse, like in my mind I can visualize it. If I tried to put it on, it would look like a Halloween costume. So speaking of Halloween costumes, Juliet's came this week, and you guys are going to literally fall on the floor when you see what she's going to be for Halloween. It's no surprise, but she had arguably the most gorgeous Halloween costume there ever was last year. She was a woodland fairy princess. It was absolutely beautiful. And then you'll see what she's going to be this year. And, you know, they grow up. The kids grow up and they have, they form their own opinions and they want things. And I'm not about to die on the sword of Halloween. I don't care. Be whatever you want. But the dichotomy of the costume last year to the costume this year is going to be pretty epic, is all I'll say about that. She does look like Demi Moore. Well, thank you, Sonia. I really appreciate that. Keep the compliments coming. Demi Moore is absolutely gorgeous. I've been told that I look like her since, I don't know, my mom will probably remember the first time I was ever told, but probably was a teenager. And then it stopped for a while when she was like out of the spotlight. But now that she's kind of back in, I'm told at least twice or 3 times a week. And now that I do this show, probably five times a week. So I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Do you see Queso behind here, my little babe? Now that we're introducing people, this is Queso because he looks like cheese. Hello. Hello there. Yes. And Taco's over there like, how come you get picked up? Because he's not 17 pounds. That's why. No, Taco's literally about to attack him because I just picked him up. All right, well, that's the show, folks. Thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. It was so fun. It started out insane with a book light nightmare story, but it ended really nicely. So thank you so much for hanging out with me. Again, you can follow me on Instagram at Jenafinn, JENAFINN. I love connecting with you guys any way I can, mostly through my Instagram DMs. If you need links for anything, they're usually on my Instagram throughout the weekend. And yeah, oh, Sonia. Thanks for hanging out with us too. So thanks for hanging out. I will see you, not next week. It's our first day of kindergarten next Thursday, so I'm not going to do a live next week, but I will see you the following week. And of course, I'll be updating my Instagram as usual, like every day, so I will be there if you need me. Again, jennaspicks.com for the t-shirt and for anything that you might need there. And then of course, you can use my links. Make sure if you see something that you love on any of my pics and my sites and stuff like that, please use my links to get there. Like, for instance, the Maidwell bag, if you end up getting to the Maidwell site, but using my link and then buying something totally different, a pair of shoes, a blouse, or whatever, I still get the credit for bringing you there because you use my link to get there. It doesn't matter what you purchase, and it helps me develop the relationships with the brands. It helps me to be able to do more fun things on these lives. So please, 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 if you are like, oh, I want to look at Maidwell, please use my link to get to anything if you think of it. Not just for Maidwell, but for anything that I have up there, because it really does help me. It costs you guys nothing, and I really appreciate it. So thank you so much for hanging out with me on this Thursday. I will see you in 2 weeks and even earlier on Instagram. Have a great back to school if you guys are doing the back to school thing next week, and enjoy your last week of summer. Bye.